You want to hear the hoot of an owl or the croak of a frog before the end of summer? Well, it's amazing out there, so pitch a tent and go camping. A naturalist Dave, and say your last name for me.
Mizajewski.
Thank you very much, is here with a few critters that you might come across if you're camping outside. First, let's talk about the big camp out.
Yeah, absolutely. The Great American Camp Out is National Wildlife Federation's annual summer-long program where we encourage people to get outside into the fresh air, go camping. It's a great family activity. You can do it anywhere in the country, and hopefully you'll get to see some cool wildlife like the critters that I brought here.
Okay, so should we get right into the critters? I'm totally mesmerized by this owl.
Okay, so what better classic nocturnal wildlife other than an owl, right? This is a great horned owl found all across the country, so no matter where you live, if you're doing the Great American Camp Out, you might get lucky, and you might not see this guy. Look at how beautiful her feathers are, how well camouflaged she is, but you might hear her hooting.
Yeah, and does it actually sound like ooh, ooh, what do they sound
these
like?
Guys actually have a hoot sound, like a hoot sound. Different owls have different sounds, of course, but check out those giant talons. They use those, to come in, kill prey. Yeah. Really, really beautiful, gorgeous, amazing animals.
Okay, now a critter that gets a bad name.
This next one gets a bad name. Also a nocturnal species.
Okay.
This is a Virginia opossum. One of my favorites, okay? So
Why?
Well, because if you can gently pat on the back here. These guys get such a bad rap. People think they're rodents, they're rats, they're not. They're North America's only marsupial. They are not, they don't get rabies, they're immune to snake venom. They actually eat venomous snakes, and new research is showing that they help control tick populations. Yeah, so you actually want these guys around. You might see them at night around your campsite. Never feed them, let them be wildlife, and just enjoy them.
There's a joke like if everyone's kind of going out having a good time and someone goes to sleep, they're playing possum.
And these guys do that. They definitely do that. Our next animal is one of my all-time favorite animals as well. Really tiny little guy.
Oh, wow.
That, again, you might see or hear when you were camping out.
Real quick question about the possum. Do they make any noises? Should we listen?
They kind of hiss and they groan and they grunt. They're not the prettiest noises.
Okay. How about the tree frog?
The tree frog does. This is a gray tree frog. Now, if you're camping out earlier, you might hear their males doing their breeding call. It sounds like this.
Does it work for you in the bars?
I've never tried it. But
maybe you should.
Yeah. But yeah, totally beautiful, camouflaged on the tree bark. It's a tree frog. It lives up in the trees. So these guys are declining amphibians worldwide, in part because of climate change, diseases. So we want to do everything we can to help out amphibians, and hopefully, if you're lucky, you'll get to see or hear one of these guys.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Last animal, another animal that isn't quite pretty, and maybe sometimes gets a bad rap.
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
That's right. So this is a snapping turtle.
I won't touch this one.
Yeah, you probably don't want to touch her. So snapping turtles found over most of the eastern half of the country. These guys almost never come out of the water. So they, if you're camping, you probably won't see them unless you're in early summer when the females come out to lay their eggs. That's when you want to be careful because they only snap defensively, and they only do it usually when they're walking on land to come out to lay their eggs. At this time of year, you might actually see the babies hatching. Really cute little guys.
You want to stay away from those too, because Mama will not be happy if you're near
those.
Well,
no, Mama doesn't take care of them. She lays the eggs and off she goes.
You're on your own.
Yeah.
Peace. All right.
So yeah, if everybody,
Thank you so
Great
much.
American Camp Out, get out.